Yeah, we're going to defer this one to Buck, who has lost about, what, 75 pounds, or maybe not that much,
20.
I don't know, 40.
How did I do it? I just started eating better. Yeah, I mean, I think, to me, like, I play a lot of other sports, and you get I think they have to take time, whether it be, I was standing. Yeah, exactly. Video games are not.
Yeah, the computer is not a sport.
No. Yeah, and I think, you know, for me, riding was, or is something that's quite easy. You know, I can ride 10 horses at a competition, take off my vest, and there'd be no sweat there. But I think somebody that maybe is in the workforce needs to hit the gym or maybe play sports, or, you know, I always find for me a competitive situation is a better place to exercise because there's winning and losing, and it's not so tedious as running on a treadmill or something like that. So, you know, I think that it's, you know, you watch the Biggest Loser, and they all talk about it's a mental thing, and you know, I guess that they've got to start somewhere and decide that they want to do that. And if they're coming back to riding after 3 years, well, maybe they want to do that. So, you know, you maybe just say, oh, look, you can, like I went and saw a nutritionist, and that's how it started.
I think there's three kinds of riders. There's riders that are light that ride heavy. There's riders that ride their weight, and there's riders that are heavy that can ride light. There are riders that are light that can ride heavy. And so you have to identify the characteristic of that person as an athlete. It's a case-by-case situation, in my opinion. Just because you're overweight doesn't mean that you don't have incredible natural balance and can do great things on a horse. But there are people that are very lightweight that don't have any natural balance that interfere with a lot of what the horse is trying to do. And so you have to choose exercises for that rider that increases their skill level at wherever the weakness is, whether that's their physique or whether it's their balance or whatever it is. That's our job as trainers, is to identify where the weaknesses are and try to fill in those holes. Athleticism is incredibly important when you're riding, and it's we are not due diligent if we allow the riders to carry on a horse and use the horse as the vehicle, and the rider is not fit either physically, mentally, or emotionally. Will?
I mean, I think one of the simplest ways, hold on, let me stand up. One of the simplest ways to get somebody fitter, more balanced, and more secure on a horse is just put them on a lunge line. And don't let them have anything else to think about but trying to develop that independent seat, strengthen those muscles that they need for riding. I mean, that's still something that I do myself. You know, once in a while, I'll have one of the girls put me on a horse, and I'll just ride on the horse, sitting on the horse, no stirrups, no hands, for 20, 30 minutes, and you get a great workout. But that is you know, that's probably the simplest and easiest training tool to get somebody back into riding shape without having to deal with all the other stuff that you know, we inevitably think about on a horse. You know, the Spanish riding school, if you wanted to go and ride at the Spanish riding school, and obviously you would have to be a fairly accomplished person to get a job like that, you would spend 9 months to a year on a lunge line before they would even let you get on a horse. So I think that it's a great tool, and I mean, it's something that you don't have to, I mean, if you were coming off a 3-year break, or you just wanted to maybe try to sit a little bit better, I mean, that's probably the easiest and cheapest way to do it, honestly. So.